On my 30-hour drive to King of Hammers, John Whaley and I came up with either the best idea we've ever had or the worst idea we've ever had. So this is gonna be my attempt to do a twin engine Pro XP. Yes, twin engine. Night one, there's a long way to go. Well, as you can imagine, we've got a slight change of plans here. I no longer have to cut apart my perfectly functioning, all put together Pro XP that's out there on the trailer. A friend of mine came by the shop, shout out Jeremy, and said, hey, what are you doing with this thing? And I'm like, listen, don't tell anybody, but I'm building a twin engine Pro XP. And he's like, do you need another drivetrain? I know where one is. Long story short, I just went and bought another donor, which to most people, including myself and my wife, that's a horrible idea. But what it does allow me to do is I'm going to sell my other one outside that's on the trailer, the black and purple one. That'll help me recoup some of the funds. But basically now I have two rollers and I won't have to destroy my perfectly good Rzr out there. Well, I'm not necessarily destroying it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, who am I kidding? I may very well be destroying one. Hopefully I'm not destroying any and I'm just making something really awesome, but we'll see how that goes. I was committed a long time ago, but now, after seeing it, there's no going back now. All the wiring's pulled back, and I'm about to cut the back off of it, roll it over there, see what we got. What am I doing? Blue 42! Engine number 2! In all seriousness, it's looking way more ridiculous now that I'm actually putting it together. I know that much is for sure. For the front engine, it's mounted up. I must admit that I would like to be able to get it a little bit closer, but here's the issue. Whenever I need to get into here, it will hit if I go much further back. So then I thought, oh, I'll just cut the whole front of the frame out. Well, that becomes an issue too because I would like the steering to stay further forward. So if I come backwards and I move the steering back just to get this further back for the wheelbase, I don't accomplish anything really because my wheelbase is going to continue to move back as well. Another long night in the shop. Let me show you what all I got accomplished. I have to basically completely relocate where the A-arms go. I've got them as far forward as I could. I would have loved to have brought it on forward some more, but the engine is right in the way and the axle is already going to be running forward at this point. A-arm is currently setting at full droop right now. It's gonna have kind of an X3 vibe. It only makes sense to run a hood stack. Moving on around here to where you drive the damn thing. Got the fuel cell mounted in here for the other engine, obviously. I wanted everything standalone, you know, so got the voltage regulators here, got the fuse boxes here. I'm getting ready to do the other shifter. I probably would have already had that done, but my shifter cable is too short. So I got a 4-seater coming. Got the fuel line ran already. Both gauge clusters are installed, both keys are installed. I don't remember if I had the radiator in on the last one or not, but I got one of the rear radiators mounted up. Both pedals are mounted. And you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. The most important part is to make sure it actually drives and it moves and it functions. Well, I do not have one single straight A-arm for the front of either one of these machines. So I have new A-arms coming. I hope to see them soon, but I do not have them yet. So once I do, I can't wait to see this thing sitting on her feet. Only concerns I have right now is the amount of weight that is going to be hanging over the front of it, but I'm going to run the rear shocks to help hold it up as much as I can. There's not really much more that I've found out that I could do other than flip it around and run it in reverse. Is that possible? Yes. Do I want to do that? And hell no, because this thing is going to freaking rip if I can keep it going forward. Here's an update on the twin engine. So I got all the suspension mounted up. The only thing that I am contemplating, you can see the toe isn't quite right. I'm probably going to reconfigure my tabs just a little bit and get that out. So it actually does look worse on camera, which is surprising because usually things look way more gnarly in person than they do on camera. But anyway, I probably will go ahead and reconfigure those a little bit, but we're getting really, really close. I got some more radiator hoses ran. So from this angle right here, this thing looks so freaking cool. It looks, you know what I mean? It looks like a truck or something. with an engine in the front of it. It's crazy. This is probably the most difficult part, to be honest with you. It's probably gonna just be, you know, all downhill from there after I get this done. Because after that, it's just wiring some hoses and just cage and plastic. Like, I know it sounds like kind of a long list, but in reality, it's not that terrible. I think I have all the major components at this point. The front, I hope, is complete. We'll find out when we finally get to drive it. All the suspension is put on the machine. Today is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's fire them up. Rear. Okay. Front. Oh yeah. I have to fix the clutch in the rear engine. I have a couple clutches here, some parts and stuff. I got to tear into that, and then I'm going to drive it. Stay tuned.
It's almost like your front is spinning more than the rear.
I think my foot wasn't on it.
Gotcha.
Hard for me to get them both.
We got it, Tom. We got it. Wow.
Here's a little update for you guys. I did not do much filming when I went to Whaley's and we worked on the cage. We worked like all night on it and got a bunch of it done, but he's too busy. He doesn't have time to mess with it, nor would I expect him to get this thing in when he has all of his customers to work on. So anyways, I'm gonna finish it up here at the house. But it's turning out awesome. The front looks really nice and pissed. I'm gonna panel this, and I gotta put a light in. I'm not sure where I'm gonna do that yet. So coming around to the side, I'm only gonna have one door actually open. The other side, I'm just gonna have it be paneled. This is certainly the moment that I've been waiting for. It's done-ish. These things really ever done? Like, is any side-by-side or any project like this really ever done? Turned out super awesome. Went ahead and just rattle bombed the cage. I have an event this weekend where I would love to take it to. Also, I want to get it out and just ride it a little bit and see what it does, how it acts. I might want to cut the whole front end off. So there's no real reason and turn it all down and powder coat it and everything like that just yet. Let's work the bugs out of it just a little bit. You will see, I didn't weld the spike on yet because I'm waiting on one that didn't get shipped. I got to weld it on. But dude, it turned out pretty freaking awesome if you ask me, for a twin engine Rzr. As far as I know, the first one that's ever been done. Overall, I think the thing turned out freaking awesome. It rips. It feels super rowdy when you're driving it. So once I get the clutching done and the tuning done and maybe even some big turbos on this thing, it's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. But do me a huge favor, if you like this video, please make sure and like and subscribe, share with your friends, man. It truly does make a difference, and I appreciate every one of you guys that watched this video, especially if you made it all the way here to the end. Until next time, peace.